It's now Saturday. Beautiful Saturday. But we're starting the day out by going to Carshop so that the car can be treated for car things.
Again, let's see how many balls we get this time. Can you count? 1, 2, 3. 3 balls down the delivery.
In theory, if we made an appointment, that means it shouldn't take as long as just like showing up and hoping for the best, right? Right? It's 10:16. The appointment was at 10 o'clock. We arrived before the appointment. So, but I'm gonna go from like 10, so we've been waiting 16 minutes now. Sebastian's ability to cope with the waiting is dwindling. It's 10:45 now, and we actually walked outside. Like I said, walked outside, and I was like, okay, we'll go outside for a walk. So we walked outside, and he went to the parking spot we were at, and he's like, where's the car? And that just became the question of the hour. Where's the car? Where's the car? You know, we're trying to tell them. They're working on it. It's not done yet. That's where the car is. Huh, so it's like hours later. It's the afternoon now. Let's see exactly what time. It's 2:29. Jen is still with friend. And he was like, well, what else are we going to do today? Because we did the, we went to the car, and we got the car's oil change, and now the car doesn't scream at us that it wants an oil change, so that's great. And you know what? I was telling him, he treats his car so much better than I've ever treated any car I was responsible for. Because my cars, and people are gonna think I'm insane, but my cars, whenever they needed like oil change dues, I was like, you know what, I think that number is just made up. I think that the garage guys just make that number up because they want me to come more often with more money. I don't believe you. So I'd be like, you could go another 10,000 miles without needing an oil change. The cars never stopped on me, so I had nothing to tell me that this wasn't true. But Tom really gives a shit, so the car was due for an oil change because we took it to North Carolina, and that's a long trip. And so that's done. We went to Costco after that. Tom had to pick up medication. I'll tell you what, at first I was like, it makes perfect sense that he wants to get his medication there, because it's supposed to be relatively cheaper than most other pharmacists. And I think that's what I heard anyway. And then, you know, we have a membership there, so whatever. But oh my god, it's so out of the way. So he's like, and he does have to pick up medications every so often because he runs out, and he runs out at all different times. I'm like, oh man, I hope this like evens out when we're older, because you always hear about like, oh, hello, it's Sunday, the last day of my 3-day weekend. Not gonna lie, I mean, this week would probably be a good day to take a sick day for my the gestational diabetes test, just because it's still the beginning of the month, and usually this week, not that crazy. I do have a bi-monthly report that's due at the end of the week though, so we'll see. And my goal is to use the actual sick day, because like I said before, maxed out my sick time. So I need to use a day before the next timesheet, or I end up not earning any sick time, and that's just a detriment to me, because I don't know how many of you know this or realize it, but like, if you get PTO, sick vacation time, that's a part of your salary. So them being like, oh, you maxed it out, you're not earning anymore, that's actually taking away money from you. So don't do that. I've had to, literally it took me to like probably last year to realize that, because I was raised by a man that was like, if you're not dying or vomiting, you go to work, you go to school. I had to like teach myself to get out of that mindset. Anyway, it's Sunday. we're gonna go to Winterthur, which just rolls off the tongue. It's an awkward thing. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing it right. It's like Longwood Gardens, except it's in that it's an estate that they've turned into a garden, touristy type place. We have tickets to it. We're gonna go do that. But also I have a visit, and I don't want to go too early because you don't want to freak people out. But I should go soonish, and thinking if I want to take a county car or my car. I'm thinking the county car right now because it's all the way up in Yeadon. That's like, it's very north from me, so I kind of don't want to use my gas for that. And got all this like anxiety tension because it's not a good situation and no one's inviting me there. So this is the downside to on-call. If like you have to go to something, it could go two ways. Either the least intrusive part is you knock and nobody answers.
Didn't even have it for a day.
What? Oh, it broke?
I'll tell you what happened.
You know, when I first started doing on-call on the weekends, it felt like I have the safety of the seniors of Delaware County in my hands. It's not exactly like that. Because there's only so much we can do. And if it's truly a medical like emergency, we highly suggest calling 911. So, not that serious, but still serious. The fairy stuff. Sabby, you want to sit with your sister in the house? You sit down with her? You're not going to get stuck. Giant eggs. No, it's eggs. I see, but they're not coconuts. Okay, this is reminding me much more of Riddle Creek rather than Longwood. Because yeah, this stuff is intentionally planted, but meant to not look intentionally planted. So it looks a little bit more wild, which is like a little bit like Riddle Creek. It's nice though. Just walk.
Fish.
Yeah.
Fish.
Fish.
Hi. Hi.
You say hi to the fish.
Hi, fish.
Hi, Daddy.
Fish.
Sebby.
You're going to see even better one. I'd say yes, but you're going to see more around the corner.
Gift shop. It's in the cottage. The cottage is adorable. Sebastian. I would like to read all these books. So recording it so I can look them up.
Read more water.
Tell you what, I really love this salmon color for like a room. I think it's, I don't think Daddy wants any. He'd be here if he wanted some. I want to paint something in my house this color. So this whole thing appears to be like bearing witness to events that
Deadliest.
In 1873, as many as 153 black militiamen were killed
Why?
at the Grant Parish Courthouse
They'll tell
in
you.
Colfax, Louisiana, while surrendering to a mob of former Confederate soldiers and members of the Ku Klux Klan. This work was created the same year by the celebrated ceramicist Wallace and Cornwall Kirkpatrick in Hannah, Illinois. Though they are known for their wide, if not witty inscriptions, this work is explicitly political. The Kirkpatricks, who were radical Republicans, could not hide their outrage over the tragedy, making this a significant departure from their typical style. The work was recently acquired by Winterthur Museum, where I had the opportunity to see it in person.
I'm gonna walk into the room, okay?
okay.
It's fake.
Yes, it's fake.
Stop.
Stop.
Mommy, you didn't do a good job protecting this painting.
No.
I tell you why. Yes, it protects this part, but Mommy,
Yeah.
look what we did wrong.
Hi. So this video's kind of delayed. Like for the, it had July 4th attached to it, and then I just wasn't feeling it, so I just went like, no, we're not even acknowledging it this year. And I had the footage, so I wanted to get the Winterthur. I was saying it wrong. It's not Winterthur, it's Winterthur. And it was a nice place. We did not get to see very much of the museum because Sebi was done. A thing I should know is that if I'm taking the kids anywhere, especially in the afternoon, I need to make sure they've either had food or we have access to food, because when they're hungry, they immediately stop.
Stop.
Yeah, Star. They immediately stop wanting to cooperate. Right? Right. So, we didn't get to see any of the library. We didn't get to see most of the museum. So, she does have another pass that I would like to use again. And hopefully, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? So, we're going to have to go back there to use that pass. We'll just make sure the kids are fed. It is a big piece of property. Like, we walked through a lot of the garden. We took a tram, basically, through some of it. And it's a big piece of property. It's down a hill, basically. Luckily, we took a little bus up back to the main part, so that's good. They have transportation. I feel it's very accessible in that way. So, it was a nice first visit. I would go again.